from Vegas.
Yes, we are. We've been home for a couple days.
That wore me out, by the way.
Dude, Vegas was...
That's what it does to you, though. It just does that.
Sometimes it's not that bad. Like, this time, though, it was like...
It was legit.
It was next level. I think it had something to do with the heat. We weren't kind of ready, at least in California. We kind of, like, inch into it. Whereas in Vegas, it was
That's
like...
true.
Thor's hammer coming down, and it was like, it's hot!
It was hot. It started out kind of moderate, and then it... Excuse me. And then it kind of built up into, you know...
Go to live. If you do top, then there we go.
Okay.
But anyway, we're home and happy to be home, and yeah, we're gonna talk a little bit about that. So hello everybody in here. Hello,
Welcome
Christina,
back,
Disney,
you guys.
Michelle, Nick. Hello, other Michelle. OG Fingers. I gotta love that. I don't know what it means. Dominique, April. Welcome everyone.
Well, there's one of my favorite bands is called Oswald. It's a reggae band from the UK, and their keyboard player his nickname is Fingers.
Oh.
Because keyboards.
We're just using this so that I can see.
And then Drummy Zeb on drums. Anybody in here, I usually will find someone to partner with me, know of Oswald or is a fan of Oswald.
I feel like you're talking about
Oswald. I could be alone on this one, but we'll see.
We'll see.
They're great.
We'll see. Band. Hello everyone, welcome. I hope everyone's having a good week so far. We missed you last Wednesday.
We did.
We went on that Foodie tour on Wednesday.
Which I hope you saw that video.
Yeah, so much fun. But that was the day that so when we got the email to schedule it, for the one that we wanted and the week that we had, long story short, it was kind of like, that was kind of it with our schedule and the other reservations we had.
Yeah.
And I was like, dang it, it's on a Wednesday. And it was one of those things, I just didn't think about it. That's
Thank you.
for you.
Thank you, Victoria. Thank you, everybody, for welcoming us back.
Yay!
Yes, Raylyn, Vegas was amazing.
It was great.
We always have a good time. And you know what's funny? As much as we've been there and it's familiar, it's always a unique experience every time we go.
Jason, good evening, everyone, and trolls.
Jason, your fearless leader, is here, trolls.
Woo!
He's here for you. He's here to exercise dominance on you.
Yeah.
So yeah, every time we go, it feels like it becomes its own trip. Like I think the last trip before this, one of my highlights obviously was the Golden Steer.
Yeah.
And the Golden Tiki a little bit. It was the Golden Day.
It was the Golden trip.
Yeah, and then each trip has its kind of highlights, and then it makes it kind of unique each time. And then there's obviously familiarity because we go there a lot, which I enjoy the familiarity, and it makes it easier for us to navigate things. But this trip was very unique in that we got to stay at the M Resort, and they treated us like royalty. It was unbelievable, and if you guys saw that video in that room that we stayed in, was just like,
it was insane.
Woo! We didn't want to leave. But coupled with that, and the Foodie tour was I've never done anything like that in my life, let alone just Vegas. The Foodie tour was very cool. I didn't think I would like something like that. I'm into food, but I didn't know if a Foodie tour was gonna, I don't know.
Yeah, I scheduled it. I usually make all the plans, and sorry, was busy playing on LinkedIn. I haven't touched my LinkedIn. I think I made one a long time ago, back when I worked at...
I've been invited so many times, and I'm like...
Wait, hold on. Where was it that I worked? I think I made it when I worked... Long story, y'all. Dogtopia. That's what it was. I used to work at Dogtopia. I helped build the South Coast location.
Dogtopia, Binky.
Aw. Well, it was actually kind of cool. It was a dog daycare, and that's actually where I got Binky from, was the owner...
Irony.
Yeah, so it's kind of crazy how you did that.
And you have the Binky pillow.
Right.
It's
my
behind your back right now.
Today.
Show it real quick, because it's all about Binky's here, obviously.
Somebody sent this.
Look at that.
And I don't remember who, but it's my Binky pillow. I snuggle with it every night. But right now, my back is killing me.
So she's definitely here, because that was all Binky related right there.
But that's the last time I used my LinkedIn, and I think I had red hair, and I was like...
I had red hair once.
But I helped build, and that's when
it was like bright red hair, though.
Yeah. But that's when I got a lot of dog behavior training, and it was awesome. So it was fun to work there for that time. But then once it was built, I started working at a pet insurance company, medical records, and nursing. Jason, Vegas looked amazing. It was. Hold on, we got a super chat here. Taylor.
Thanks,
Thank
Taylor.
you for the 5. Just got back from Walt Disney World with my daughters.
Oh.
We went Sci-fi Dine because of your video. Loved it and love your videos. That is awesome. You'll have to.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
We have to go back.
That's by the way. So if you guys don't know what they're talking about, Sci-fi Diner is a place in
Hollywood Studios.
Hollywood Studios. Thank you.
We have a really cool video on it.
We do have a great video, so if you want to watch it or listen to my description, either way, it's basically an old drive-in vibe. It's
so
indoors.
Cool.
But you basically dine inside an old car with a table built into it. There's also tables in the back where we sat, like...
Because we did walk up.
Yeah, old school, like picnic table with the plastic kind of umbrella thing.
Right.
But there's a big movie screen playing kind of clips of old 50s sci-fi movies like Attack of the 50-Foot Woman, The Blob, those types of things. And it just... It feels like you're out
really
at,
cool.
An old sci-fi diner.
Some people
very
said
cool.
they're going to do the food tour because of the video. That is so
Dude,
awesome.
You're going to love that food tour. So back to what I was saying about that. I didn't know what to expect. I love food, but I didn't know how a tour was going to be. I don't like rigid things that are very structured like that. So I was like, I don't know. Guess what? It was amazing. And I think I owe it to Tom, our host, our guide.
Oh, he was so
He was amazing. And then I owe it to the choices that they made for the tour itself, and how they handled the tour and how they work with those restaurants. It's so seamless. You walk in, sit down, and it all just starts coming to you.
Yeah.
Like that. However that integration works and how they plan that, in my mind was thinking about the production of that. Of like, so how does the restaurant prepare, knowing okay these guys are coming at this time?
Yeah, they had it so organized and
you didn't have to worry. It was like almost like so seamless that you just kind of sat down and everything just came to you and you were just like you just enjoy it. So
the kind of, I would say, like
no decisions. You don't have to worry like, oh, what do I get? No, you just get what you get.
The only thing a few people were like kind of off put about was the chips and salsa. Just so you know, you didn't have to share. That was just one of the things.
I didn't even actually have any.
Yeah, I was gonna say you don't have to. If you wanted to have something by yourself, you could definitely do that. You don't have to be social.
Yeah.
So I feel like we answered a lot of that. But anyways, I just wanted to let that be known. Also, a few people were like, "You guys were the only people not dressed up. You don't have to dress up."
No.
It says like, you know, because I think like Mastro's has like a what do you call it, like a dress code. But as long they're more just not wanting you to have like
a
bathing suit. That's what they were telling us because I was like, oh my gosh, like we came from the Strip, we were filming this video, and they were like, don't even worry about it. You are good.
Yeah.
We are like, we want you to have a good time. As long as you're not here in a bikini, we don't care.
Because what you see a lot in Vegas nowadays, and when I say bikini, I say that.
Because a lot of people, it's hot. It's a desert.
They will wear a very skimpy bikini with like some sheer wrap, and it's like basically you can see through it.
So restaurants there don't allow that.
Makes sense.
Ellen, wow, thank you for the $50.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Thank
hey
you,
guys,
Ellen.
was hoping you would do a live stream. Yay! We were just in Disneyland and it was amazing. The weather's been fantastic.
Yes.
Went on Millennium Falcon for the first time. It was great.
Oh, good.
What position were you? Let us know.
That's cool. We were just.
Oh my gosh, sorry. We are so behind on this chat. Travel Jack says you're homesick with the Rona. I'm sorry. I hope you feel better.
Oh, feel better, buddy.
Let's see. Betsy says, just found your channel, enjoying the videos in the early stages of planning a Disneyland trip.
Oh, good.
Orlando 24. Been to Disney World a lot, but haven't been to Disneyland. Well, you're in for a treat. Both coasts are incredible.
Walt's Original Magic Kingdom.
Chad says, I just watched the M Sweet video. How come you swam underwater with your hat on? Sun protection.
I wear a hat in the pool. It's a waterproof hat. I wear a hat when I surf now too.
Yes, sun protection.
I am of Irish descent, so anytime I can cover myself, I do. Because as you can see, I have a lot of forehead here.
Yeah.
That is prime real estate for skin cancer. And you can see
how you're always like really red anyway. Like you're more red, I'm more orange.
Yeah. So. And it, like I said, it's a waterproof hat. It's really cool.
Yeah.
So that's why.
Definitely look into that though, because even though I lather him up with a lot of sunscreen and he does too, you know, waterproof hats are a great thing. I use a little visor now. I try to wear a big old hat, but like always wear a hat in the water if you can. It is, trust me, like we love the sun, but we wear lots of sunscreen.
It's a smart move.
You know, let's see. Michael, Was the foodie tour kind of food you'd normally eat when eating out regularly? It was stuff from the menu. It was like their normal things that you would.
It was kind of the highlights
wear.
of those restaurants.
Yes.
You know?
Dorado Dorks. Katie! Hi guys, Katie. Now that I have our super besties and I know your names, Gossamer. By the way, that was on our Zoom call we had.
Joke for the,
went nuts over that butter cake. Love you guys. We love you. I saw your favorite ears when I was at Disney yesterday, I think it was. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was yesterday. It's a blur.
Hey, that butter cake, yo.
Dude, we're going to go back for that butter cake.
Every restaurant we went to, we will revisit. That was the beauty of that foodie tour. Those restaurants are smart to be partnered with that foodie tour because I think a lot of people there were just like us. We're like, we're coming back here.
Yeah.
Because you got to taste it and realize, oh yeah, this is 100%. I would bring people there and be like, I stand behind this product and these people. You know.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Any new merch searches coming up? Yes, there's one coming in a few days.
Yeah.
Are you guys watching the NBA finals? We're not.
Not big sports fans,
not
but
big sports.
If you are rooting for a team, I wish you the best of luck.
Me too. We're sending you good vibes.
Yeah.
I'm bummed out. My Enchant Key blackout states start Friday. Oh, I'm sorry.
I heard about that. Yeah.
Hey Katie, I like your sweatshirt and your hair. Is that a scrunchie? Thank you. It is it's kind of like a scrunchie. It's to help not damage my hair. That's why I had to cut so much of it off, because it I think it just got the ends just get so damaged and whatnot. And when I keep my hair up a lot, you want to have something that's better for your hair. Can you make a video on the dining packages that are better for Phantasmic? Well, we've done the, what's it called? Riverbell. I always want to say Blue Bayou, but we did the Riverbell one, and...
We've done the Hungry Bear one years ago.
Yeah, I was just about to say, we've done the Hungry Bear one.
We've never done the Blue Bayou, but...
I did a long time ago.
You did. But you know what I heard, and I don't know if this is...
You get butt pads!
Yeah. I don't know if that's just for Blue Bayou. That you get those. They should give those to anybody who's sitting down there because let me tell you something. It's hard, especially if you're a little bit older. Self-admittedly, I'm just saying, this is what happens as you get older. It's hard to sit on ground with in some sort of Indian style, and you're all cramped in with a bunch of people, and you're trying to I'm holding the camera up, and my legs went completely asleep.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were complaining about that, saying, "Oh my gosh, I couldn't."
It was a struggle.
Last night we were there, and we had a standby spot, and we stood up, and it's still hard to kind of stand for a long period of time, but I'll take that over sitting. The vantage point,
I'd rather,
not the same.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's like,
I'd rather
do you suffer and sit and get that front beautiful view that's in our first video of the opening night?
Yeah.
That's what you're going to see is the views that we showed you are that.
But then for Hungry Bear, you're a little bit more to the side. You're not as center.
You're kind of left of center.
And it's I don't know. There's a few things, but yeah, we could maybe talk about the comparisons.
Yeah.
I don't know about the food.
There's something
what they're doing now, but
yeah, the thing that's interesting.
Terry, I miss butter cake.
Mastro's Terry. And you know what's weird? We'd never been to Mastro's, and there's one in Malibu. It used to be Chart House.
Sure. I went to Chart House.
Right at Topanga Beach, where I grew up surfing.
Yeah.
And I've been to Chart House before, but Mastro's I hear is really good. I've had friends go there, neighbors and things. I hear there's a good piano bar. But it took us going to Vegas to actually dine at an ocean club, what they call Mastro's Ocean Club. And let me tell you something. It was the last stop on the tour.
It was a good finale.
It was a really good finale. The way that the whole thing.
Yeah.
We are going to do that again.
And then the ladies that were at our table.
Oh my gosh.
They were the sweetest, cutest, funniest.
You'll see them in the video.
We could not stop gabbing on and on and on and on.
Oh, we could have sat there all night. And
they were so cute.
They were eventually kind of like, okay, the foodie tour's over. And we're like, oh.
We're like, what?
Okay.
It was so much fun.
Yeah, we had a nice group with
Jeremy, thank you for the $10. Thanks, Spencer
Jeremy.
and Katie. I would say you guys had an amazing time in Vegas. If you missed anything this time, there's always a second chance. I'm so amazed you guys had a wonderful time. Thank you, Jeremy. We appreciate
You're
that.
right. There's always
what's up, Blab fam? I love that. Really like the color of your t-shirt, Spencer. It looks good on you.
Oh, thank you.
Let me see here. When will you guys do another Q&A? I'm not sure. We'll maybe do... You know what we could do?
It's a good idea.
if you want to, maybe we can start. I just need to gather the questions,
So
I
they would have
to
to
do
submit the questions.
it through Instagram. Do you guys want another Q&A video? Are you ready for it? Is that
Let
what
us
you
know.
want?
Let
We
us
will
know.
literally answer anything.
Yeah,
Like anything.
we will. What's the fastest living land animal? I'll answer that.
Cheetah.
Not now.
Oh,
There's a wait.
Sorry.
Now you just
We're
ruined
getting a
that
merch
one.
search very soon. Katie, did you get the mini Starlight Coke at Target? I could not find it at
Mini?
neither of. Yeah. Oh, I'm bummed I missed the bestie Zoom call. Me and the boyfriend had date night. Well, I'm gonna try and see if we can do 2 a month because I don't like.
Katie really, I got in about half of that
Yeah.
because I was editing.
Yeah.
But Katie was having
We had technical difficulties.
she
with
was
that.
having a great time though. I was like, what's going on over here?
I was living my best life. Our super besties,
It was a
and
fun with the parts that I was there, and I overheard a lot of it too.
dude, we
It's pretty
had
fun.
so much fun. And I mean, like I said, I kind of wanted to cry multiple times because I'm Safi, and like, but just getting to have one-on-one time like that was hilariously awesome because we were laughing about things. We were just, I don't know, it was just really cool.
See, Terry, why is the sky blue? Exactly, Terry.
Oh,
we will
Terry.
answer all these questions for you.
We also, it was Katie who said gossamer. I'd never heard that before,
Never
but
heard it.
what was we were talking about Roku on the TV, and
yeah.
I can't remember
Well,
who
the screensaver that's on
Yeah.
Roku, right? Is that what you guys were talking about?
Yeah, we were.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Well, yeah, you can see Gossamer." She meant Oscar the Grouch.
Oscar and Gossamer. I mean, I could see how.
I didn't know who Gossamer was, but it's the big red furry thing on Looney Tunes.
I never
too.
realized that was his name. The guy that's.
I didn't know either until this. I'm telling you, the Zoom calls, man, they're next level. And then all of our besties, our Patreon members, remember after this, we're gonna have our special chat with just you all after
the extended play.
The extended play.
Yeah.
So living my best life, pun intended. My throat is so dry.
Well done.
Loved and enjoyed your Vegas videos. Have a Vegas trip coming next Wednesday. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Stay cool. That foodie tour looked amazing. It was so great. And the flower pot cake was very good.
Oh, dude.
Let's see. Travel Jack, because light rays are refracted through the water particles. Yes. Palm Desert, California has Starlight Coke at Target. You just got 2 12-packs? Okay,
Wow.
well, I guess we're hitting the road tomorrow.
We gotta drive to Palm Desert. We love Palm Desert.
I've recently been having like a hankering to go there. I really want to I'm trying to manifest that. I'm trying to manifest.
Well, remember, we drove out to Palm Desert.
One day, the day thing?
Yeah, because there was, what ends up happening in SoCal, especially at the beach in Malibu, we were getting a
Just
really
too much.
bad run of June gloom to where it was gloomed in and socked in for days on end, and we were like, we got to get out of here. And we drove. We looked on the map and we're like, okay, where's sunny right now? And Palm Desert was like an hour something away. We drove to Palm Desert to a hotel that allowed you
It
to
was a day pass.
to get a day pass to the pool, and we went and hung out at the pool in Palm Desert all day, and it was amazing.
Ugh, and then we had
And then we
such
drove
a-
home. Yeah, it was
We're
great.
gonna have to do that again really soon.
Yeah.
Yes, Terry, the big red guy. Danny loves that. I'm so behind on videos. Well, you know, a story of my life. I'm behind on videos for a lot of my friends. So I feel ya. But you know, everybody's out right now traveling and doing things. So, you know, it's okay. Tisha and Megan, yes, we saw you. We hung out last night,
We did.
yesterday.
We did.
Training back to Santa Barbara. Oh, it was so good to see you guys. It was fun.
That was cool.
We will see
Thank
you
you
again.
for those stickers too. Those brought me back. Let me tell you.
Katie Gossamer.
Gossamer in effect, man.
Aw.
Yeah.
Do you 2 of you still live in Malibu? Not full time.
We still have our place.
That's
Um,
our little escape.
yeah, it's something that I was adamant about keeping. I love it so much, and it was something that, you know, when I got that place, it was a dream to get it, and I worked really hard to get that, and so they're not easy to come by. So, you know, I didn't want to give it up. So we still have it. We retain that place. We pay for it. Are we there enough? We're not. But it's something, like I said, that it was like, you know,
We have good memories there, too.
We do. We have really good memories there. But, like, I worked, and still work really hard for what I want. And what I, if I want something, I work for it. And that's kind of the American dream in a sense, right?
Yep.
If you want something,
work for
go
it.
get it.
Yep.
Work hard. Don't complain about it.
No, but you just make YouTube videos. You don't really work.
Yeah, okay, whatever. But like, no excuses. Just work for it. You can get whatever you want. This is infinite possibility in this universe. So
that goes to a lot of people, though. I think we get asked that a lot. Is YouTube something you can make a living off of? And like,
absolutely.
Listen, you make as much as you did stage. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you can do that. You really just have to work, and everybody's channel is different. And like the ads that you're gonna get, you'll see videos that are like, how much does Best Life? That's not close. Not even. Listen.
We're not going to say which way, but we'll just
the
tell you
point
that
is,
it's very inaccurate.
Because it matters like what ads are being shown, how long people are watching your videos.
What genre you're in, and what ads can play.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're making videos that
or
no
like
companies.
Finance.
Well, yeah, finance videos
They
do
make
really
a
well.
lot.
But you have to think about ads and what kind of ads can align with your content.
Right.
If your content doesn't align with any kind of ads or companies that want to pay for ads on that in that genre, you're not gonna get it. And it also relates to what country that your ads are being played in. Because
or viewers.
Different countries have different CPMs, meaning cost per mil, meaning the amount of money you're getting per 1,000 videos.
Right.
It changes for whatever country that you're in.
Right. So like a majority of ours are in Hawaii,
United States.
We have a lot of Canada, right?
We have Australia, Canada.
A lot of Australia.
And some really odd ones too.
Yeah, we have some other really small countries.
Isle of Man.
Yeah,
I
that's
noticed
a big
once
one.
in a while had one of the highest CPM rates.
For us, yeah.
And it was like, whoa, okay.
So the point is, though, why we're saying all this
there's a lot of factors involved.
Is that you can definitely do it, and it is a lot of work, but you get to work for yourself.
It's a viable source of income, and it's a legitimate business because YouTube wouldn't back and support all this stuff unless they were making a ton of money off it, and they are.
Yeah.
And that's just the modern age, and if you don't understand that, then
we want to encourage you to chase your dreams, hustle. Make that cheddar. Be what's that guy's name? The Tesla guy. He's like a gazillion.
Elon?
Be that Elon Musk. Who's another rich guy? Name me a.
Well, he's like the richest guy.
I think so, right?
Pretty much.
Last I read some. I don't know. I don't follow all that.
Yeah.
Dina, hey girl. I've been a Patreon since the beginning of pandemic. Jeff Bezos.
Oh,
it's not Elon.
Bezos is the richest guy. You know what's funny? I worked with his wife.
I've enjoyed you both so much. Thank you for the Patreon lives and being my lifesaver. I appreciate and love you. Much love and many blessings. Finish what you're saying. Sorry.
No,
thank you, Dina.
Bezos married a lady named Lauren Sanchez, who I used to work with. She was the first host.
Where at?
She was the very first host of So You Think You Could Dance, and she was a Fox 11 newscaster. And then I worked with her on So You Think You Can Dance, and her and her brother. And I don't know how much, it was pretty shortly after that she met Jeff, and they got married, and yeah, they're happily married couple. But yeah, I think Bezos, what is he, Amazon? Google? What is Bezos? I don't know.
My point is, make that cheddar. I'm not saying be them, I'm saying make the cheddar.
Well, yeah.
There ain't nothing wrong with the American dream and trying to make
a lot. And all those people
money.
will tell you, hard work, no excuses, and there you go. So.
Yep. Daydreaming Mom, your chat's brighten my dreary moods. Thank you for sharing your light. We're also planning this road trip. Which hotel do you think is best to stay at? Well, we haven't stayed in too many, but my favorite was Polynesian and Grand Floridian.
It also depends on what you're willing to spend. There are almost like 3 different levels of Disney-owned properties.
Yeah,
right?
There's a lot.
There's like, the lower end, the medium, and then the luxury.
Yeah, there's like...
They're all cool. It just depends on what you're willing to spend.
The bargain.
And where they are and
value.
where you want to be as far as access.
Like if you're a big Epcot fan, Boardwalk is great. Beach Club, great.
Yeah, because it's right there. You can walk. But then there's other places, and all of them have travel access either by bus, by Skyway, or by monorail.
Yeah.
So
that's an interesting question. What's up with the new longer ads? There was one that was over an hour long. What? I have never hit one of those.
An hour long?
That's crazy. Dang. Do you guys have a workout routine? Are you still doing the boot camp thing? I took a little bit of a break because I got bad shin splints, like bad. I also did something to my left foot where like I couldn't do the like whole jumping around thing, so I can't do anything like ballistic type, I guess is what you call it. So just a lot of like walking and like, you know, the little bike thing.
And as far as the ads, Terry, you can skip those ads, I believe, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, just skip them.
But either way, I still do talk to everybody from that gym, and I'll be going back as soon as I'm a little bit more healed up. Just takes time, and that's unfortunate. But I miss everybody, and I can't wait to be back there. It's going to be fun. That was really my favorite Burn Body Boot Camp. The best ever. You guys should make some Live Your Best Life merch. Hey, we really should. I like that. Halloween tickets, I think in September. I think Elon overtook Bezos. Is it Bezos or Bezos?
Bezos.
Okay,
yeah,
crazy.
I think Elon's the king right now as far as, you know, monetary success, but...
Yeah. Was Storytellers Cafe worth the price? I don't know if it was worth the price.
Here's the thing. From our standpoint, we like the breakfast there with the characters.
Yeah, because you at least get the characters.
That was worth it.
Yeah.
We did the, I don't know if you're asking about the World of Color thing.
Yeah, is that what you're asking?
I think it is. I think it is because you get a lot of food, as much as you really want to eat, and then you get a guaranteed spot at World of Color. So for that, if you're in town for a short period of time and you don't want to have to worry or have that, you know, oh, I don't know if we're going to get it. We're going to, you know, hover over there for hours on end to just make sure that we get this show. And then, you know what I mean? I feel like it's worth it for that.
Yeah, but as far as like, if you're just going like based on the food, it was all right.
It's like, just a standard buffet. It's you know, it's good.
It was good. It wasn't great.
Yeah, it's just
That's what I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I hate skip. If you skip the ads, you get paid the same. Yeah, we're fine.
It's fine.
The thing is, if you watch the video at all, it helps us.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's nice of you not to skip the ads, but if it's an hour long, please, by all means, like, don't.
But no, you can still skip them, and it will be just fine.
That's what I mean.
Like, trust me. That's why it's like, you know, if you've ever heard us say like, you know, I think you'll hear a lot of people in social media say like, well, I don't care if my haters hate me because they're still watching. Like, at the end of the day, that's how we make the money.
We make money on views. We don't make money on subs. It's not about subs. It's about views.
Subs is not what pays you, because that's how you can get monetized to begin with, is you have to have enough views. Otherwise your channel can't get monetized. If anybody ever has any questions, especially if you're one of our super besties or whatever, and you are thinking about starting a channel, we can actually pull up our analytics and kind of show you a little bit more. I just wouldn't want to, well, maybe we could eventually make a video, or we can talk about it if we do a Q&A, if you have some questions, because a lot of people want to start doing that. So
hey, we got nothing to hide, you know.
No, I just think it'd be helpful.
Yeah.
Taking grandkids to Disney for the first time in October. How hard is it going to be to get Boogie Bash ticks? I feel like you should be good, because it just depends on the day you want to go. If you want to go on like a Friday, Saturday, those tend to sell out first. So
Halloween sells out.
Yeah. So it's kind of dependent on what you're looking for.
Just try to buy them on that first day that they're available, and you'll probably get what you want. But don't lag too hard. It's very popular.
Yeah, so it's better to buy it, and then worst case scenario, usually you can find somebody to buy it from you, because I think there was one time we couldn't go and I transferred my tickets, or I just gave them to, I think I gave them to my family members, if I'm not mistaken. So better to do that. Hi, Jeffy the Adventurer, welcome. You didn't miss much, we're just chatting. Where have you had your favorite best meal at a restaurant?
In general?
I would definitely say Golden Steer.
Golden Steer.
Anthony's, though, at M Resort was fabulous.
Yeah, those two were kind of rivals, and the only difference is one of them has nostalgia and history in the Golden Steer of, you know, a genre and people that we you know, were big fans of that era. But Anthony's at the M was really good. The service and the food itself was amazing.
Pixar Charlie's here.
Pixar.
Charlie, we talked on the phone today.
Pixar Charles.
Yes.
Sorry.
Let's see here. What was I was looking at a comment and I read it and now it's skipped by really quick. I hate when that happens. Have you considered doing a TikTok account? We started it and then I abandoned ship faster than faster than a Roadrunner, I guess. I don't know. Fast because
it's
kind of a little
well, also we put all of our efforts and our work into YouTube, which dominates and consumes our life in a good way.
Mm-hmm.
To add another platform like that,
It's too much.
if you're gonna do it, you gotta really do it, because it's just the way that is.
Yeah.
And it's so different because it's that fast, short attention span type of content, and that's just not really our game.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just nothing wrong with it.
Right.
It's just that's not our world and that's not our thing. I let's be honest, I'm 51 and I do enjoy some of that fast kind of
Like reels.
yeah, like 5 favorite things about Vegas. Boom, this, boom, that, boom, this, and it's just like and it's cool to get that information like that. But I'm more into the longer format. I'm not into just it hitting me so quickly and fast.
Yeah.
So I don't really relate to that as much, I guess. That's all.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with it. It's
and
cool.
then I would say too, because we are in the business of making money, and they don't pay the same way that like we make more on. If I'm gonna try to make revenue for my life, I'm gonna try to make it on YouTube where we make a better living, and Patreon and selling merch. Like those are our 3 avenues.
And then Instagram kind of and Facebook.
Oh,
kind
and
of,
Instagram pays.
well, they kind of support in a promotional way our videos, and we use those in that fashion.
Yeah, well, we do with the reels, like especially when they were doing those big bonuses, that was really helping to pay us a lot too.
But that's changed. So
yeah, well, no, mine is still doing pretty good.
Is it
I
doing
don't know
good?
why. Like it just depends. Like I think every channel is different, but it just depends on what you like. And if you really like TikTok, you go for it. Like
yeah, there's people doing well at it. It's just it's like we got our thing, and that's what we do. And
Terry, dang, Spencer, you're old. By the way, before anyone jumps me, I'm 58. I love it.
I'm damn proud, to be honest with you.
You should be.
I'm not one of those people who's like, oh, I'm old. It's like, dude, I'm wise. I've been around. I've done a lot of things. Like, let me tell you something. Like, I ain't tripping at all.
I think it's wonderful, actually.
Yeah, I came from a great era, and my peers have done great things, and
that's
not only my peers but my friends. I've got a lot of friends who've done great things, and
Right. You're an honorary millennial in a weird way, though, too, because you're good with the stuff that a lot of millennials know. It's not a bad thing to be a millennial.
I was, although you have to understand.
And boo to ageism, exactly.
Yeah, ageism's lame. But I was the first generation where they brought computers into schools, like Apple computers we had at our school, and then the screens were all green. I mean, I'm talking like Apple II, I think it was the first one, then Apple IIc, Apple IIci. I mean, it was like. Oregon Trail and like early and Atari.
I remember Oregon. I'm in geriatric.
And then all the game platforms and all that stuff. So, like the computer thing and the internet to me kind of was part of my generation too.
Wait, hold on. To be a geriatric millennial, I think I am too, though, right, Stephanie? I was born in '87, and then I know my sister. She probably would be too.
Does that mean that you relate to the previous generation a little bit? Is that what that means?
It just means like we're old millennials.
Oh, like original millennials. Like there's levels of millennials.
Dude, there's 2 levels.
Wow.
There's like, yeah.
You guys are complicated. But you know what? I have to say.
AIM! Yes, I remember that. I had my screensaver. It always said, I'm making chocolate milk. Because I was making chocolate milk a lot.
But I have to say, your generation had it tough because...
Dude, we have gone through...
And even what was after you? Gen Z?
Yeah.
You and Gen Z especially had it rough because the internet was well into play for, like, say, Gen Z. And everything was starting to become instant.
Yep.
And that's a hard thing to kind of, process and
I was going to say, millennials went through a lot, though. We went through 9/11. We went through an economic recession how many times?
Yeah.
We went through now COVID. I mean, we have gone through some terrible crap as millennials. Like,
That's true.
That's why they say a lot of millennials have like bad anxiety. And honestly, a lot of millennials I talk to, they all have some form of like bad anxiety or whatnot.
Well, I think every generation has their thing. I mean, for us, in the 70s, we had Vietnam, we had the gas crisis, we had, and I'm probably going to miss something, so don't annihilate me for it.
Who do you guys think had it worse? His generation, which are you again? Z? No.
I'm Gen X.
Okay, Gen X, or do you think millennials had it worse as far as like crappy stuff happening?
I think we had a good run between the mid.
I think a lot of people were good in the 90s.
Mid to late 70s, all the way to like early 90s was kind of a golden era of like.
So like the best part of your years were fine. We
Yeah,
have like
because
as
we were
millennials.
it was all about Earth Day.
I'm not even
and, like,
40 yet, and I have gone through worse than like. That's why I think millennials definitely had it worse.
Yeah, because I think the first thing that really started to rattle was like
millennials. Yeah.
Well, was like World Trade Center. Was
Everybody
like
says millennials
that
for sure.
everything.
They had it worse. Yep, you're right. I think millennials definitely
Although
had it worse.
we had the war in the Middle East happen when I remember in the 90s.
We were still alive for that too.
But I remember thinking like that I was going to get drafted, and I was a little freaked out, and it was kind of getting gnarly. It was the first. It was the first war in the Middle East, whatever that was called. I forget, but.
Either way, I think.
And again, I'm sure I missed something, so don't annihilate me for it. It's okay.
It's okay to
I'm
forget.
sure anybody can Google and bring up other things and go, oh, you're wrong. It's like, well, I'm not looking at Google, dude. I'm just going off the dome.
Yep. Let's see. 9/11 as kids, college, starting a career during a recession, COVID pandemic, starting out your life and having marriage and having kids. Like, it's about too like when it happens, and I think Alexis says it right. Millennials got screwed because it all happened at these like parts of our lives that, and then I throw in my divorce on top of that, my long divorce.
Oh yeah, Michael, the fear of nuclear war in the 80s, that's true with the fall of the Soviet Empire. That's true because all the movies were related to that, and like remember War Games and
There's a lot of bad things that have happened, and we probably shouldn't even be going down this aisle of sad stuff, but it's reality.
It's just what was going down.
Yeah.
Oh, Melissa remembers learning DOS. Remember that? The DOS operating system. Yeah.
I never learned that.
Or it was that was a language, a computer language, DOS, right? That's what it was.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Desert Storm. That's what it was. Desert Storm. That was the one because I remember my buddy.
Yeah, let's talk about happy things. I feel bad. We're talking about.
Well, my buddy had me paint because I always painted graffiti. I painted on the side of his Dodge Dart "No War," a big piece on the side of his car because we were all like freaked out because I was like, dude.
Anywho, Disneyland, yay!
Yeah.
By the way, Disneyland. We went to. We went yesterday.
We went to Disneyland.
We got that bucket, which was pretty cool. I think it's a really, really nice bucket, which we have not.
Prodigy, yes.
What?
Nothing, just the group Prodigy.
We swore that we weren't going to buy a bunch of, popcorn buckets again, and we fell for that one.
We've bought 3 so far this year.
And that's 3 more
I'm
than
looking
we
up at Elliot and Turkle right now.
But Turkle's not a popcorn bucket.
Well, he's a sipper, but regardless.
It's still the stuff we don't
He's
need.
a plastic thing with a lanyard that is,
Does Spencer have a son or daughter?
No.
Nope. That would be a good question for our Q&A.
Yes.
So if we actually want to do that, we'll start doing that.
Oh, Rodney King, right? The LA riots. See, I knew I missed something.
Yeah, there you go.
I remember where I was for that. Yeah. Or the space shuttle disaster.
Do you guys think annual passes are ending with the leak of legacy pass holder discounts on the app? I don't go with the things like, you always find those.
They make too much money.
You always find those Instagrams and whatever that point out like this is happening, that's happening because they're sitting there just scamming those skimming
it's also
the websites.
It's also stuff that will get a lot of clicks because if you say stuff like that, people are gonna be like, oh my gosh. So
it's good if you're trying to grow your account and all that, but don't read into it because until Disney literally says, hey, this is what's happening, we can all what do you call it? We can all kind of think things, speculate on stuff. I definitely think some parts of the platform of the whatchamacallit, of the key or annual pass system at Disneyland. I definitely think some changes are gonna happen.
Well, yeah, there's a lawsuit. They're gonna make changes, but that's why. But
I don't want to speculate on things that, like, you could even say, well, we are due for a big earthquake in California, so you know, da 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 da. It's like it's not really gonna help us, is it? No, like just it's a possibility. So the point is, I do think though that it will change. I just don't know what, and I'm not gonna like.
That was weird, right? When you said that, Serene said something about that.
Oh, 89.
89 San Francisco earthquake, right at the same time you said earthquake.
Let's see. I'll wait until it's confirmed by the mouse. It's always better to do that. That's why I think when we first started doing Disney kind of social media, we did kind of do a little bit more speculating, but I think we've since learned that it doesn't do any good.
That's true.
It doesn't do any good. Katie, do you have the video? What video? Which one? Oh, Victor's here!
What up, Vic?
Thank you, Daydreamin' Mom. Have you eaten at Space 220 yet? If so, did you like it? We really liked it, and we have a video on it.
When was the Northridge quake? Charlie asks. I think it was like 94. Is that right?
Because I was the kid in my bunk bed.
I'm gonna guess 94.
Yeah.
Because I remember coming home from New Mexico to visit my mom and flew in the evening before that, went to sleep, and then was awoken by what I thought was the end of the world, basically, when that happened. So I was there for it.
So was I. I was in my bunk bed.
94, I was right. Okay.
It's terrible.
My memory still works.
I want nothing to do with the lawsuit. I just don't want to. I don't think you're gonna lose it because they make so much money off.
They make a lot of money. It's like grad nights. Like as annoying as grad nights are, and I'm gonna say it. I'll be honest with you. It's annoying.
They're horrible.
They do multiple days because why? Because they make a lot of money off those grad nights.
Yeah.
So don't think for a second that they're going to do away with some sort of pass program, key, whatever you want to call it. That fills a lot of gaps for them, and it's guaranteed income because a lot of people buy them outright, and boom, the money's made, and you times that by how many they give away or sell or whatever. They're not going to do away with that stuff. They're just going to make it more expensive.
Probably put more limits on it.
Whatever. Upsell different parts of it. You want to buy a photo pass, here pay another $100 or whatever. It's part of the business model of those parks. They're not going to do away with it.
Yeah, definitely.
Doubt it.
Definitely.
They're not going to rely on just ticket holders. That's crazy. Otherwise, they would have never designed the program in the first place. So.
Are the fireworks back to nightly? Because my family and I are thinking of going next week. Well, they are supposed to be back to nightly, but I think that they are saving money and canceling them like multiple times throughout the week.
Which is, and it's hard to say what's going on with that.
There's supposed to be, every night, there's supposed to be Disneyland Forever right now. But if you've looked historically, they're saying like, oh, it's too windy, it's too windy, it's too windy. That maybe happens normally, like maybe on a really high average once a week, if you were just taking an average. But somehow suddenly it's like literally I've been there where it's like 4 nights in a row it's not happening, and they save a lot of money by not throwing off those fireworks. So just my thoughts on it. I could be right. Did you see Danny's 702 when he went to Vegas? No, we hit her up. But then we just got too busy. Like that's the way it is. And a lot of YouTubers, if they don't link up, not everybody, but a lot of them, they just understand because we're busy. Like that's just what it is. There's no hard feelings. It's just not like that. So hopefully we see her next time though. Let's see here. Do you feel they will get rid of reservations soon?
No.
I don't think so. I mean, I think it would have to really be.
You want to hear my crazy thought about that?
Jason, all the new Bob Chapek Pass valid every day except today or tomorrow.
I thought, like we were just talking about fireworks, right?
Uh-huh.
Call me crazy, but there's been a few nights where we've been there where they canceled fireworks and there really wasn't any wind. And now that's not to say that upper level wind could exist or whatever, but how do we know that as consumers? Are you going to float your own balloon and do data or whatever?
Well, you can watch the balloon.
True.
And there's been times where I've watched the balloon and it doesn't go anywhere.
When we're talking about reservations, the reason that they talk about having reservations is to regulate their the way that they run the park for their overhead, so that they don't overspend when they don't get enough people in there, right? They want to kind of keep everything really tight as far as, okay, if we have X amount of people, we're going to spend X amount of dollars, right? Well, when she's talking about pyro and how expensive pyro is, because it's, first of all, it's dangerous. Second of all, there's a lot of rules and laws regarding pyro. I know this from working in television and shows that involve pyro. You can't just have that stuff sitting around. It's illegal. It's dangerous. So everything has to be planned, and all that planning costs money. So what I'm saying is, in regards to reservations, if yesterday was kind of a lighter day at the parks, is what I heard. Okay. Mm-hmm. Ironically, they didn't do the fireworks last night, so my little warning thing went off and went, "What if?" Now this is total speculation.
Which I said don't do, and then here we go.
That's what I do.
Go figure.
My paranoid mind says, "Oh, we didn't get the numbers we wanted today. Don't do the fireworks today. We can save them one more day. We have one more day. We could save this and shoot those off tomorrow, and we save X amount of dollars." I don't know if that's true. I could be completely insane. Probably am. Likely, probably true. But
I guess that's not speculating on
it's
something
that's
gonna happen.
Something
it's
they
on
could dance with,
happening.
like I said.
Yeah.
But you only have one day to play with that, because I said you can't store pyrotechnics for that long. You have to order them, get them on site, and use them pretty quickly.
We just think because they've been doing so many things to pinch pennies.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, I feel like we're being kind of hypocritical because we were like, don't
Just
do all this speculation thing, but then we just did a speculation. But I think the difference is,
my mind goes
is
there.
that we're talking about not wondering about something that they'll soon announce. They're going to announce it and whatever. This is something that would never get announced. We're speculating on our thoughts of what we think is going down.
on a company that didn't bring the trams back for how many months, because guess what? They saved millions of dollars.
Right.
So when they do stuff like that, it makes our brains kind of go to that
We're
area
speculating
of like,
on a current event that would never get released to us. Never. No matter what, it never would.
But it's like, once you cry wolf, I'm going to kind of think that you're doing that every time.
Because they've been doing a lot of shady things lately. Right. So, like, you have to admit, right? So, I mean, I don't know.
Like I said, just me kind of spitballing. I don't know if there's any worth to that, or I'm sure that I could be proven wrong in a hot second by anybody. That's fun. Just talking. That's what these, things are fun to do, and whatever.
Oh, my jaw just like popped. I hate this TMJ. Isn't that funny? We were talking about that in our video, and then go figure, like, my jaw is acting up again. Yeah. Does anybody else have TMJ here? Just out of curiosity, because we were talking, he thinks that Monstro, the whale, has it.
Do away with fireworks eventually. Oh, Jason says, don't be surprised if they did away with fireworks eventually. That's interesting.
I could see that, or only on weekends.
Because it is very costly, right, Jason? I know that for a fact. Like, pyro is very expensive.
Oh, you guys, a lot of people have TMJ, but see, is your actual jaw, like, crooked? Like, if you look at my face, you can see how, like...
Do you get the snap when you open your jaw?
Yeah, that's what like, it pops. Like,
I have a little click.
But it just did it. But your face isn't crooked, though. Like, look at, mine is literally completely asymmetrical. Like, this side is not, because I had to get surgery, but I never did it.
So I said it in the video that you're going to see. We talked about it in a video recently.
What?
About Monstro with his, because
That's why I said,
Monstro's got TMJ.
But I was saying, isn't that funny, though, that, like, we were just talking about that, and, like, all of a sudden tonight, my jaw started hurting. That's what I was saying. Katie, it's like 90 degrees. Why are you in a sweatshirt? It's freezing.
It's not 90 here.
It ain't 90 here. I don't know where. If it's 90 for you, I'm freezing. First of all, we keep the air on.
It's about 68 in here.
Yeah, it's nice and chilly because I'm usually cleaning and doing whatever, and I love to wear a hoodie. Like, I will wear a hoodie. Honestly, even if it really was 90 outside, I would blast the air conditioning and I will wear a hoodie. I love wearing a hoodie. Let's see. Yeah, my face is very crooked. It is. Like, all right here, if you look, it's not symmetrical. If you were to cut it down the middle, you could see. Oh, you get dizzy from your TMJ?
Serene says, will you still be working on other talking episodes once TWD is over? I don't know yet. We haven't been told. That's kind of the $1 million question over there at the Talking Dead staff and crew or whatever. If we're going to be doing other stuff, who knows?
But you're gonna do another show.
I have some other things lined up.
Excuse
Yep.
me.
I do have other things lined up. So
Yeah.
I'll let you guys know. You know.
I don't grind my teeth at night. He does
I do.
sometimes, and it's really awful. I hate it. It is from Walt Disney World. It's from its 50th, the 50th. Not symmetrical, but you're beautiful. It sucks when it's not symmetrical because I could look at the camera from the right side and it looks completely different, and then I turn to the left.
Oh, I didn't know Michael was in here. What's up, Michael?
Yes, one side of my face gets swollen. Yeah, mine swells up too, like right up here. If I don't ice it, it'll like this side, not this side. This side is more going this way, but yeah, this side will swell up all the time. I hate it, and it clicks. Charlie has to go. Oh.
Bye, Charlie.
Bye,
See you,
Charlie. Do you mind captions are off? They're on for us. I don't know how to, I don't even know how I would fix that. Let me try and see. I don't know. Some say beauty is based on symmetry. Well, I don't know.
I don't know about that.
I think beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah, and when you're talking about humans, I don't know if symmetry is actually a good thing. Symmetry in design and objects is cool and everything, but like...
Yes, Abby, my jaw does pop when I'm eating all the time, especially like chewy things. It's like, I'm supposed to get the surgery, but I won't do it. I'm like too freaked out about it. Sorry about it. Sorry about it. No one's face is asymmetrical, but TMJ can't make it worse. Mine is completely shifted.
You mean no one's face is symmetrical? Is that what you mean?
Yeah. So I had to get, like, I used to have to wear rubber bands to try and pull it over to the side, and I can't even do it. And yes, he does love me either way.
I love you just the way you are.
Brian Garcia's here.
What up, BG?
Oh my gosh, why don't you get Botox? I just don't need it yet, but if it would help, I would think about it. There's nothing wrong with Botox. Don't you even start talking crap on it, because if I get it, sorry about it.
Gosh.
I really might someday. Especially like if I start to really... I had this one really deep line, but if I need it, I'm going to get it. Sorry about it.
Nick was asking, are we going to the Grad Night reunion? No, we're not.
No.
We're very picky on what those those after hours kind of parties, like,
Yeah.
if we're going to go or not. And that one to me just didn't make a lot of sense. I thought to myself, okay, Star Wars night makes a lot of sense. What are some other ones they've done?
The 90s night.
Makes sense.
Here's what I think they could have done.
I think they just could have done a better theme than Grad Night. Like, I'm like, well, what are they going to do? Like, are they going to have just Mickey and Minnie Mouse in like grad caps and robes, and you're going to take pictures with them? And I just don't understand where.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
There's a billion other. Why didn't they do like an Avengers after night?
Yeah.
Or like
Avengers
after night or after hours, or a Pixar after hours. There's so many other themes that would be more fun and have so much more range for activities and photo ops. But like the Grad Night one, I don't know how that. I don't know. That's just me. Listen, if that's something that you want to do.
The theming is incomplete.
Yeah, I feel
I
like...
think it's not just a theming issue.
I would have loved to have been at that pitch meeting and been like, wait, what?
I know.
Like, this is all we have?
We have, like, the best IPs in the world in this. But here's the thing. What they're not fixing is... they're not fixing, like... Again, for Star Wars night, they had... Ewoks, right?
Oh, well,
those
this is a whole
lines
other
for
conversation.
Ewoks were out the freaking, whatever. There's multiple Ewoks. You could have done a set in Frontierland, a set over in Tomorrowland, and a set back by Small World. And then more people would have gotten a chance. But
you're talking about the initial design of
3 hours long. It was insane. Not literally 3, but you know what I'm saying.
But no, you make sense, because if you think about how they do Smuggler's Run. Now, spoiler alert, if you don't want to hear this, how it works, plug your ears. But Smuggler's Run has multiple. It's on like a rotating thing where you get in that cockpit and you rotate over into a screen, and then somebody else gets into another cockpit. They rotate into a screen, so you can do 6, Millennium Falcons at a time. they did that for a reason, because otherwise people would be in line for 12 hours.
Right.
So why not do that with the characters? Like, why not make it, like she's saying, 2 sets?
Or 3
You
sets.
You could even literally back to back do the same photo op, one facing this way, one facing that way. Same 2 characters over here, same 2 there, same background. You're getting 2 groups done instead of just one. I don't know. Like she's saying, that's the only problem with some of those after hours things. They're fun, but the initial design I think needs a little work. But as far as the graduation thing, I'm like, I don't understand why anybody would want to go to that. And forgive me if I'm offending anybody. I don't mean to. I just don't. With all the IPs that they have, like Katie was saying, there's so many things you could do, and that's what you've come up with. Now, what that says to me is that they're going for something cost effective. Because if they do Avengers, then maybe there's some licensing thing they got to pay, even though they own it. Maybe it costs more to have all those characters there. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe they said to them in the pitch meeting, look, we need to do an after-hours event that costs this much money. Here you go. Here's the money. Fit something into that framework of that money. And that's probably what they came up with, is probably all they could, because if they said, hey, we want to do Avengers, they're like, dude, that's $50,000 too much per night.
Right.
Narrow it down, and they're like, well, we can't. We got to have characters, and they're like, nope, it's got to fit within this money frame because we have to make this much money off of it. That's just me. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot that could actually be fixed, but it's sad. Let's see. Grad night was horrible. Kids cutting lines. We actually saw a lot running. Like, there was a ton of kids. Like,
that's what they do.
I mean, it is what they do. But I was really.
If you go to grad night and you're there in the daytime before the grad night, expect large groups of teenagers cursing.
The thing is, running, though, it's the running thing. It really freaked me out because there was this. It was like this little girl in Fantasyland, and I think she was dressed like Snow White or something. But they ran up on her so quickly that they almost knocked the little girl to the down.
Yeah.
But again, I'm sure that happens on the playground and whatnot. But it's like they really are just wild there. They're just. But again, I was a wild teenager too, so. I heard grad night reunion, it's not worth it, too much money. Yeah, that makes sense. Any restaurant recommendation in Las Vegas for a 50th wedding anniversary?
Oh.
There is so many. And it depends on your preference. Do you want Italian? And we still haven't even gotten through even 20%. So
I would say this. I would say this. What would you want more out of that experience? Do you want ambiance, the food, the view, because
that Paris restaurant is right in the middle of the strip and really beautiful. So
there's the one that's up top too.
No, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
The Paris restaurant.
The one that's up in the Eiffel Tower.
No, I'm not talking about
Mon Ami Gabi.
Gabi.
Okay, so there's a couple of those that are kind of legendary where, like she said, the Eiffel Tower restaurant would be really cool. It's hard to get, so that would be kind of something cool. Excuse me. Also, what else? Well, what's that steak restaurant that we went to at Bellagio that's on the water? That was amazing. Remember that one we went to with everybody? Prime Steakhouse.
Prime
and it's
so
swanky, black tie style. It's behind the Bellagio fountains.
That one literally has a dress code of you have to be dressed up. You can't wear open-toe shoes, whatever.
That's
but they're also not running a foodie tour. I think that's the thing I wanted to make clear was when I asked the dude or whatever, he was like, we're running a foodie tour. We just don't want you running around in a bathing suit.
Right.
Enjoy it. Have fun. This is not about what you're wearing. And I was like, oh.
Right.
But that was my point, is to set the difference between those two things. The dudes were out of hand last night with Grad Night. It was pretty wild. Any recommendations if we're not going to Grad Night but have park tickets on a Grad Night day? There's really not much you can do.
Here's what I could say though. Yesterday was not too bad of a day, and it was a Grad Night.
It was pleasant.
Day, so I don't think it's going to be a big issue for you. The only thing is, if you want to do DCA at all, and you have a park hopper, say you're starting at Disneyland, get over to DCA at 1 o'clock and do whatever you want to do at 1 o'clock, and then get yourself back to Disneyland before it shuts down.
Oh my gosh, has anybody, I know this is so off subject, but you just totally reminded me. Does anybody ever get locked in to a park, by the way? Like that happened to me yesterday.
Okay, so what she means by this is, okay, so we
so off subject, sorry.
We started at Disneyland.
Mm-hmm.
We were in there for, I don't know, an hour,
yeah,
something like
an
that,
hour,
maybe a little more.
Yeah.
And then we heard the popcorn bucket was over in DCA that we wanted to get, so we're like, all right, let's run over there.
Yeah.
So
Before we get way too into our video, let's
right.
go.
And it was something we wanted to do, so let's go get it. So we went over there.
Ooh,
and we spent about an hour. We spent about an hour there too.
This was about 5 o'clock, so this was well after park hopping.
Well after park hopping. But we spent a good hour in DCA. I would say about an hour at the most, right? We went and got the popcorn bucket.
No, because we ate first, so no, we were there for like 2 hours almost. And we were talking
no, not in DCA. I'm talking about DCA.
Oh,
we got the DCA, we went to the popcorn stand, or the cart, got the thing, we watched that music group play for a little bit, and then we bailed. So maybe we were there with maybe 40 minutes, 45 tops, right?
Yeah.
Then we're like, all right, let's go back to Disneyland.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We get over to Disneyland and we scan in and the lady goes, oh, it says you're still in DCA. And we're like,
well, I'm not.
Clearly, this three-dimensional reality dictates the fact that we are standing in front of you.
We didn't say this, by the way. He's just...
I didn't say this. I'm just saying in my brain, I'm going like... Okay,
I actually said, though, I was like...
you said we're not.
Yeah, I was like, well, no, I'm here. Like, because it took me... I've never heard of that.
And the people in front of us had the same problem.
Yeah.
So we were all standing there like... and she had to get a supervisor over because it was a glitch in the system.
Yeah.
That says that you're still over there. And so they quickly remedied the situation, but she said that you're locked in at DCA. So I don't know if the system is designed to think that, like, if you're not there for more than an hour, that you're not there. I don't know. It was very weird.
It was really weird,
It was very strange.
Yeah, it was like,
it's
what?
Nothing that's ever happened in the past with APs where we park hop. Like, you could literally go to DCA, run through that gate, bail out, run to Disneyland, swipe in there. You could just do that all day, and there would be no. You had an AP, you know. But now the system is very strange because of park hopping starting at 1.
It
was
reservations, it's a whole different.
Yeah, it's very weird.
I wanted to say though, we are coming up. We need to get ready to start our Patreon live stream.
Yeah.
But we really enjoyed this so much. It was so good to be back here.
Yeah.
I'm going to take Advil in between this because my jaw is killing me. So if I was a little quiet, that's why. But yeah, so we're gonna get ready and start that. All Patreon besties. We'll see you over there. Give us about like 5-10 minutes.
I would say 10 minutes. A little 10-minute turnaround to reset. And then, if you're interested in joining this Patreon group, the link is in our description, right?
Or here,
to be part of all of that.
Send it to you. I'll just put it in
it in the thing.
you don't have to deal with any.
We do exclusive live streams. We do, Zoom calls. We do
movie night.
Movie night. We're gonna do some meetups.
Which movie night is on the? It's this next, not this Saturday, but next Saturday. We're gonna try and do another Zoom call too.
Also, don't worry if you are someone who just wants to consume the channel for what it's worth on its normal basis, like we've been doing for the last 4 years. You're not missing out on anything. This is extra content that we've decided to implement. It's not like we're not doing a Genie Plus to you, is what I say. We're not charging you for something that previously was free. We are adding content and
so the way you break it down is if for your regular bestie membership, the bottom tier is $10.
Yeah.
So you have to think about I think you get 4 pieces of extra content, and that's usually like what we're aiming for.
Yeah.
So that's like $2.50 for that extra content, and then for the super besties, they're getting the Zoom call and movie night in addition to all of that.
Correct.
So that's the way the price breaks down. So if anybody has any questions,
but like I said, our channel as we know it, as it's always been, is the same. This is just an extra added feature that if you want to become part of it, it's really fun.
And feel free to ask us any questions about it if you are curious and you just want to try it for a month, or if you don't know.
But don't feel left out if you've been consuming the content that's on this channel for
we still post
any amount of time. Nothing's changed. this is just an added feature that we've added in, and so we'd love for you to be a part of it. But if you can't, we completely understand, and we will still provide.
I just wanted to do because
free
a lot of people were asking about what was the price breakdown, and so I just wanted you to know if you're a $10 Patreon, I think it's like $2.50 with the minimum of 4 extra pieces of content.
Yeah.
And then the Super Besties, I think it's about like $6 or $7 per piece of content extra.
Yeah.
I think so. I'm not 100%. I'm not a mathematician. We have it like figured out with our team. But the point is that's kind of what it is. And then for some people, they don't even care about the extra content. They just want to support the channel in that way. So whatever your meaning is or whatever it is, just feel free to ask us any questions, and that's that. So hold on.
Nice travel, Jack. 'Tis a fine live stream. Oh, Katie.
God.
We gotta bring Patrick back. Maybe we'll bring him back for the Patreon.
No.
I hear him back there. What was that, Patrick?
No, don't even go there.
Did you put him in the dryer? I hear him in there.
I'd throw him off a cliff if I could.
I know you would.
Courtney Nakashima, thank you.
Nakashimas.
Aloha, Katie and Spencer. You're making me want to go to Hawaii. I'm telling you.
She's got Hawaii on the mind.
I
guys.
do. Just wanted to say hi, and I love you too. Hope to see you folks at Disneyland in December. Oh my gosh!
Oh, nice, Courtney.
Please email us when you guys are there
Yeah,
so
let
we
us
can
know.
see you. That would make my December.
We meet a lot of your fellow Hawaiians at the parks.
We do.
We are so grateful to have a Hawaiian contingent.
I want to go to Hawaii Costco. There's so much I want to do there.
Oh, we heard about the Hawaii Costco. Do you guys know about this?
Oh, I do.
Apparently, it's the best Costco on the planet.
Ever.
So
I'm going.
When we go, we're going to be doing a video there for sure, as well as a bunch of others. But like Katie said, we're going to wrap this up and take a little break, and then we'll jump into our Patreon live stream. We thank you for joining us. We really appreciate all of our patrons being here.
Yes.
All of you guys being here and supporting the channel and watching all the videos. We've got tons more to come. We got a lot of Disneyland stuff happening in the next couple of days, so stay tuned for that. A lot of updates, a lot of new things. What do you see?
And then we're going camping at some point soon.
We are going camping soon. We'll reveal that awesome location very soon. And if you haven't seen all the Vegas videos, please check those out. We had a blast. We love doing Vegas content, and we'll continue to do more. All right, you guys. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button on the way out. Give us a thumbs up. It helps.